so on and so on. And so on and so on. And so on and so on.
It's more total, I think.
Yeah, so it reminded me of the connection he makes between the Marxist notion of surplus value and Lacan's notion of surplus enjoyment. So, like, if we're talking about enjoyment itself is always a surplus. It's always kind of like added. And in the Sublime Objective Ideology, at the opening of the book, he talks about how Lacan actually based his notion of surplus enjoyment off of Marx's surplus value.
I think there's something there.
No, this is a really pregnant point that when we did the episode on the Sublime Objective Ideology, we were like, we gotta make sure. I think we talked about doing a second episode that would try and deal with the comparison between surplus value and enjoyment. But Peter, you're right in saying that excess seems to be, like, I think Zizek calls it the rule of thumb for reproduction in both surplus value and desire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
right, yeah.
There's something excessive about desire in the Lacanian like Kant versus the excess in surplus value that is the primary. It's primary to the functioning of capitalism and Lacanian desire. That has to do with the superego because
the superego is a kind of surplus.
I think it's also the way that, like, if we think about, like, buying something and how we relate with that, it isn't just about buying the object. You buy with it certain symbolic references, or maybe a way to think through this is, because when I was reading the bit about the superego and the reversal of the permissive you may into the prescriptive you must, I started thinking about the health industry and, like, the organic food culture and how this functions super egoically. Like, today, that, with all that we know about health, we know there's no excuse for not taking note of what we put into our bodies. And we know all too well that there are, like, unhealthy chemical pesticides in our conventional produce, and the meat that we eat is full of hormones and all this stuff. And that organic food is sold, and other health-related products like essential oils and beauty, cleaning products, natural products. They're positioned as the cure to the ills of our bodies, and also as social ills. And we're made to understand that eating, like, the good food and buying the right things isn't just, like, a choice among other choices. It's the choice. So maybe that's a way to think about this.
Yeah, and I think that it's also always symptomatic, right? That it's not this kind of forced choice by the superego, right? This, like, sort of imposition of duty, which is compelling, right? It's not just an imposition. It's not just it's not like a prohibition insofar as it says what you cannot do. It says that you must do because of what you can.
And so on and so on. And so on and so on. And so on and so on.